Good morning folks and welcome to Seaview House in Doolin. And today we're going to cook one of our signature dishes, which is a goat's cheese frittata. We use caramelised onions, local mushrooms, tomatoes we grow ourselves, our own eggs from our farm across the road, and some really lovely goat's cheese from St. Tola. So we'll start off and we're going to caramelise our onions. So we should get a little oil and we're going to slowly caramelise the onions to get the natural sugars out of them. So the trick with this is we don't want the onions to burn. We just want to slowly heat them up, and it'll take a while. It'll take about 10 or 15 minutes, so you can be doing something else while you're doing this. And just let them, if they start to stick, what we do is we just generally add a little bit of water just to loosen them up slightly. So we'll just let them cook away there and we'll go and do something else. So as you can see now, they're starting to brown lovely and they get a little bit sticky. So as they stick, we'll again just loosen up a little bit of water. So we'll just give them another minute or so. So when I'm caramelising onions, I normally try and make a big batch rather than, because these freeze really well. So for our frittata now, we'll only use about half of this. Yeah, so our onions are just about ready now, and what I do normally is I'll make a big batch, because these freeze really well. So we're just going to leave half them in the pan, and we can use the other half. This other half will freeze really well, or we can use them later on. So next we're going to add some mushrooms. So we're just going to let our mushrooms cook down a small bit into the onions. So just that'll then take another minute or two. Once our mushrooms are nearly cooked, then we'll add in some tomatoes. So while they're cooking away, we'll get our eggs ready. Okay, so we're going to use 4 eggs for that size of a pan. And these are eggs that we collected earlier from our flock of chickens down the farm. Chickens, we feed them on a mix of organic layers pellets and then whatever they find on the farm themselves. Lots of grass and weeds and herbs and whatever else is there. I normally like to add in a little splash of milk as well. And then some tarragon, or whatever herbs you have yourself from the garden. But tarragon works really well with eggs. Just check our tomatoes, they're okay. And then twist of salt and pepper. And our eggs are just about ready. So you can see it's starting to froth up there, so you're getting lots and lots of air in there. And that just helps the frittata rise. Oh, where did I put my, here we go. So yeah, this is all starting to come together lovely now. So everything is just starting to cook through. The tomatoes are still slightly undercooked, which is the way we want them, but they're just starting to come through. So at this point, what I do is I add in a little knob of butter. And the reason I do that is it helps prevent the eggs from sticking to the pan, because any oil or butter we've had already has been absorbed up by the onions and the mushrooms. So now we'll just gently pour in our eggs. Just even everything out. And we'll give that a couple of seconds. So we're going to wait now until this starts to cook through from the bottom. And we'll know that because we'll start to see some bubbles rise up from the bottom. So it'll take about maybe a minute or so. So in the meantime, I'll get my goat's cheese ready. Okay, so we're going to use some lovely St. goat's cheese. Siobhan and her gang make this down in Ina, which is about 12 miles from here, approximately. And they've been making this for years, and it's really, really good. So what we'll do is we'll just dot, once the frittata is cooked, we'll just dot the goat's cheese onto it. Give me a little wrap on it, Kim. Okay, so we'll just loosen this gently. That's it. And all going well. This will slide out into our plate. So this is our goat's cheese frittata with St. goat's cheese and eggs from our farm and our own tomatoes. We normally serve it with some of our tomato chutney that Dara makes. And we'll just sprinkle a little of the tarragon on top. A little bit of the tomato relish chutney that Dara makes, and it's delicious.